All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we have an absolutely beautiful Rolex GMT Master 2. I want to thank CW Watch Shop for lending this watch into the channel for us to take a look at. Guys, if you are looking for your next luxury watch or semi-luxury timepieces, check out the watches over at CW Watch Shop. I will leave a link to their website and all their information down below in the description. So guys, we have an absolutely amazing piece here. The really one of my favorite Rolex GMTs in the lineup. This is the 16760, the GMT Master 2. These being the very first of the Rolex GMT Master 2 iterations. So these were an improved variant over the original, the 16750s that were out there. Very amazing watch. Really a step up all over the place. There's some major differences that they really made in these watches moving into this variation. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the bezel color. That stands out right there. Now, all of these versions of the 16760 were stainless steel watches with the black and the red bezel. If you do find a blue and red bezel insert out there, that bezel insert has been replaced. They never actually manufactured the watch with that bezel insert. So one of the nicknames, now that's one of the big things. I'm going to kind of go through the other items as I describe the watch. That was a big thing right there. Obviously very noticeable. I wanted to get that out of the way. But these watches have a nickname, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Fat Lady, or what I prefer to call the Sophia Loren watches, or the design of the case and stuff. So these, when they came out, they got that nickname because they're a fatter case, you have a thicker bezel insert here. As far as the insert goes, it's a wider bezel insert. You also have a much more swoopty case because you have bigger crown guards on the watch, so you have a much more swoopty look to the case, hence giving it the name, the Sophia Loren, of course, the beautiful Italian actress with such a beautiful curvaceous figure. That's kind of where that name came from. So that gets that out of the way, guys. Now, I want to note to you guys right off that this watch is on a Rolex bracelet, a factory Rolex bracelet, but surprise, it's on a what I do believe is a Submariner bracelet. You have the safety clasp here, which the GMT Masters originally did not have. So, but other than that, the watch is all original. I will tell you that I was informed by CW Watch Company that this is an original owner watch. So they purchased the watch back in 1987. I do believe there's a sales receipt involved with that for when they bought the watch originally. It was fully serviced by Rolex in 2006. So the watch is in just spectacular condition. This watch will be available at the website very soon if it's not already up there. So amazing watches. So the next thing about these watches was the move up to the 3085 movement. An impressive feat. There's a 27 joule movement, a true high beat movement at 28,800 vibrations per hour. And it also allowed for that independent functioning of the hour hand, bringing this really into the true GMT watch capabilities, so you can keep track of multiple time zones in that fashion. One of the other things they did with the GMT2 was these were the first GMT watches with the sapphire crystal on them. Now, a lot of people like that soft look of the acrylic crystals of the originals, but this really brought the watch into a tougher era, much more of a tool watch. You also have a 100-meter water resistance on the case of these watches, so really much more a robust watch, so it makes it better in that manner. You have the independent second hand. Another big thing on these ones was the white gold markers, so they finally moved up to the not just the applied or just the painted on indices with the luminova or the tritium in there, but actually the applied white gold marker surrounding that lume. That was done to really sustain the beauty of the dial of these watches. And I'll bring it up here a little bit closer so you can see those white gold indices. But Rolex really wanted to have a watch that would, as you wore this watch through history and through time, it's going to really maintain its beauty. Now, like I said, this one was serviced back in 2006 by Rolex. I do believe that the receipts and paperwork will be available with the watch when you purchase it. But you can see the watch is in beautiful condition. The brushing on the top of the lugs, the chamfer, the case chamfer is very beautifully done. Holes case on this watch, as you can see, but really absolutely beautiful condition. That the coronet up there just below the 12 o'clock position, the Rolex, the Oyster perpetual date, and of course down here you have your GMT Master 2 and the fact that this is a superlative chronometer officially certified. So let's go ahead and chuck this watch on my 7-inch wrist, see what it looks like, and then we'll go out with the lume shot to see how good the lume on this watch is. If there's actually any, I mean, the watch is from 1987, so I'm not sure if there's been any improvement to the lume, if they've redone anything to the dial when it was at Rolex, but let's go ahead and check it out. Now, the watch is not sized to my 7-inch wrist, and I don't plan to do any sizing. This isn't my watch. But I do, I know this isn't the original GMT bracelet for the watch, but I do think it's quite an upgrade to get that better clasp assembly with that safety fold-over you get with the Submariner-style bracelet that's been installed on this watch. So, absolutely stunning watch. I do want to pull it off, and I wanted to show you guys the back of the case just to show you guys how clean the watch is, how nice it is put together. Now, this is a nice screw link bracelet, but this is an earlier version, so these are hollow in links, I do believe, on this watch. It does appear to be. You can see the clean case back on the watch. Everything on the watch is really, really in spectacular, spectacular shape. The signed crown, the coronet there on this signed crown. Get that to focus for you guys. So a really, really nice, well put together watch. If you guys are interested in picking this watch, like I said, I'm going to leave the links down below to CW watches in the description. So let's kill the lights and see if we got any lume left on this one. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not really expecting much of any kind of lume on this watch, being that this watch is from 1987. Probably not really anything. No, there's no lume. There's no lume left at all, just so you guys know that. So, but it is a absolutely beautiful piece. Let me turn the lights on here so we can kind of go out looking at the watch again. Absolutely beautiful piece, and knowing that this was a one-owner watch, I mean, I think that's really special. Knowing that the owner took care of the watch, babied it, sent it back to Rolex to get it serviced, I think really means a lot and says a lot about the watch. So, again, available over at CW Watch Shop. Again, thanks to CW Watch Shop for loaning this one to the channel. Really, really a beautiful piece, the Rolex 16760 GMT Master 2. All right, guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.